figure something out. Oh, an early thumbs up. Austin, what's up? Aaron, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Got a lot of people in here. That's amazing. Could see you guys are hitting those bells, getting those notifications. Eddie, what's up? Eddie, I haven't heard if you played Shinny lately. Any Shinny lately? Thumbs up on these videos, guys. Thumbs up on the video. Help spread the word that we're doing a live stream reaction show. 90 seconds in. 2 shots already for Boston. Zippo for Tampa. Pittsburgh got OV-fied last night. Did you see that goal by Ovechkin? That was sick. Palat just put it in past Rask. 1-0 Tampa already. Thumbs up for the Tampa goal early. Tuca, the creeper, as my wife says. Let's see what happened here. Stroman lofts it in. Oh. Boston D just misplays it. Johnson dishes over to Palat and puts it in. Joe, what's up, man? Yeah, Jim Montgomery is going to be the next head coach of the Dallas Stars after he interviewed with the Kings and passed on the opportunity to coach the Florida Panthers. It looks like he's going to take over as the Dallas Stars' next coach, filling the great Ken Hitchcock's shoes, which is not an easy thing to do. Austin wishing good luck to the Bruins fans. Is that salt? Is that a little salt early on? Feels a little salty. I don't know. $17:40 left in the first period. Oh, Rob, I'm sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. You gonna be okay? Connor, did you hit the thumbs up on this video? Hit the thumbs up on the video. Let me know when you hit the thumbs up on the video, Connor. Thanks, Kale. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys policing the room a little bit, letting everybody know what the deal is. Oh, that was a trip not called on Boston. By the way, if you guys missed, we did a bonus hockey talk show earlier this afternoon talking about the Carolina Hurricane situation and Ron Francis and Rick Dudley, and also who I think should take over with the New York Islanders. Last night's show, we just didn't really have time to get to it. I knew I couldn't really stay the whole time, so I thought we'd just take the night off. So did a bonus show this afternoon that we uploaded to the channels earlier, and is already available on the podcast. And that's the one where I recap the Caps and Pittsburgh game, also Nashville and Winnipeg, which was insane. Wasn't that game nuts? Game was nuts. Ooh. 2-0 Tampa Victor Hedman just throwing it at the net. You know what's weird? Austin's happy as heck. Thumbs up if you Tampa Bay fans are loving this lead. Oh, that was Palat. Palat with it. I'd say. Oh, I don't know who that hits. That was fast. That was fast. Guys, hit the thumbs up on this video if you're watching. I can't even remember the last time we even had a lead in Boston. I know it's been a while. What's the matter? What? Can't say. How about those Jets last night? You know what I was saying earlier in the earlier video? Paul Maurice stuck with Connor Hellebuck after he gave up 3 in the first period. I thought for sure that would have been a great time to pull the goalie. Kind of exact same thing that Tuukka just gave up. And he didn't. And Winnipeg wound up winning that game 7-4, being down 3-0 in the first. Ballsy move from Paul Maurice. Real ballsy move. But have you noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, I feel like there's been a lot of early goals in the playoffs this year and a lot of early deflections in these games. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I see, oh, here comes Boston. Marchand from the slot, denied by Vasilevsky. I feel like there's been a ton of deflections and just garbage goals early on in these games. Looks like there's a yoga class going on in front of Vasilevsky right now with so many people on the floor. All right, let's see here. 14:48. They're definitely having some clock issues on NBC Sports Network because they got the ghetto old school 24 clock on the screen right now. I'm about to hit the top of my screen, the snooze. Oh, we didn't pick our hat trick challenge. Do you want to pick some players?
Yeah.
Pick somebody. Stamkos?
No.
Should we go Stamkos, Nash? Stamkos, Bergeron? Let's go Stamkos, Bergeron. Penalty on Boston. There's the whistle. All right, Stamkos, Bergeron is going to be our $100 hat trick challenge tonight. That's the deal. So we'll give away $100 if Stamkos or Bergeron score a hat trick in this game. If you like this video, if you subscribe to our channel, and if you've shared this on Facebook or Twitter, $100 if one of those guys scores a hat trick. That's the deal. Joe saw the video earlier. What if Ron Francis ends up with the Islanders? I just, it's not impossible. I'm sure he'll interview. I just don't see it happening. It's possible. I don't think that Ron Francis record is worthy of any sort of consideration, especially considering when you have, here, let me put it this way. He'll be considered, maybe. I'm sure it'll come up. I'm sure if Jonathan Ledecky is a good man, he'll at least have a conversation with him over the phone at the very least. But when you look at the candidates that are available right now, Burke, Lamoriello, Francis is going to be far down on the list. At least 4th or 5th. At least 4th or 5th. So. I think the Jets were nervous the first home game in the second round. I said the exact same thing. Somebody wrote me on Facebook, and I said the exact same thing. I said they just look really tight in front of their home crowd in the second round. That's honestly, that's what I thought about Winnipeg. And then something about that second period, just they turned it around. They scored early. I think a minute or two into the second period, and they put a puck on. They put a puck in the net. But again, credit Paul Maurice for sticking with Connor Hellebuck and Hellebuck for turning it around in the second period. It was amazing. It was really, really amazing. Kentucky Derby. We got to start studying our Derby Triple Crown picks. We might have another Jets-Preds game on our hands. The Rangers need a coach. Rangers are set front office-wise. It's look at Marchand. He's such a dirty scumbag. I can't stand him. If I was on his team, I would be so embarrassed to call him a teammate. I really would be. Oh, look at this JT Miller in front. Rask, save of the game so far. Stopped with the paddle. Puck just over the top of the net. Holy cow. Tampa is feeling it. Tampa wants to close this game out early tonight. Thumbs up on this video, guys. $100 hat trick challenge tonight. We'll give away $100 if Stamkos or Patrice Bergeron score a hat trick. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this on Twitter or Facebook. Isn't that right, CC? Yeah. My daughter's looking at me like I'm crazy. Subscribe, share this video, and hit the thumbs up button. And if either of those guys score a hat trick, we will give away $100 in the $100 hat trick channel tonight here on the Hockey Talk Show channel. I forgot what I was just saying. Don't make that public. Oh. Oh. I forgot what I was just talking about. Oh, the Rangers. Jeff Gorton is the general manager, and what's his name is the president. So I think they're pretty good front office-wise. Is a Brad Marchand hat trick a goal, an assist, and a kiss?
That's good.
My wife liked that one. Nice job, Eddie. Oh my goodness, look at that save on JT Miller. Holy cow. I didn't see this other one. Kucherov. Oh, it was Kucherov who threw it in front. You know what? He would have probably shot that wide anyway, but it was still a hell of an effort from Rask. Oh, JT Miller sucks. That was the problem with JT Miller on the Rangers. Like, sometimes he was just so frustrating. Miller, VC, right? Hayes, all these guys, they just wouldn't show up sometimes. 15 seconds left in the Lightning power play. 12-10 in the first period. Tampa is up 2-0 after scoring too early. Hedman works around. Hedman from the point, sends it in, deflected wide. Nash comes out of the box. 3 shots on the power play. Tampa's 0 for 1. Boston hasn't had one yet. Bergeron starts out of his own zone, throws one wide at Vasilevsky. Tampa regroups. Nash with a nice little shot from the sideboards. Krug's drive blocked. Boston working it around. I think we've definitely reached 11 minutes left in the first period. Reached that time where the initial excitement from the game has settled down a little bit. Tampa's taking the crowd right out of this. They need a big hit. Boston needs a big hit or a big shift to get going here. This crowd is silenced. $100 hat trick challenge, guys. Hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to our channel and share this on Twitter or Facebook. If you do those three things and Bergeron or Stamkos score a hat trick in this game, we'll give away $100 to one lucky viewer right here on the Hockey Talk Show channel. Ooh, Boston cannot get out of their own zone. Hit those thumbs up, guys, if you're loving this Tampa 2-0 lead. John agrees with my pick for the Islanders' next front office person. Subscribe to our channel. I released a video earlier today saying who I think the Islanders should go after for their front office. Have you tried giving her that in the sippy cup yet? Or just water?
No, just what I'm not going to give it to
I am not doing the Vegas game tonight. Again, morning radio. I got to get up at 4:30, so we'll close it out at the end of this game, and then hopefully you guys will tune into my man Lou at Vegas Golden Knights coverage. He'll have that game. He'll be doing the same thing. Gore just throws a light one over to Rask, and he nabs it. 9:21 left in the first. Little meeting of the minds in front of the net, and that's it. This game has really been taken down a notch in intensity.
I grew up in hospital. My parents brought me to the soccer team, but I wasn't old enough, so I decided to...
San Jose needs to take that fake team out ASAP. What fake team? Vegas?
Then a couple of... It's everything faster, everything is physical. Hopefully it's going to the Stanley Cup this year. I need to push it out with Tampa Bay Lightning.
And I need a hit.
Go-getters, get two at Dunkin' Go-Tos. 2 sandwiches for $2, $3, or $5. America runs on Dunkin'.
Experience Control GX.
How did we get to a point in life where we're eating a dollar sandwich? How good could the quality of ingredients be on a $1 Dunkin' Donuts sandwich? Oh, there he is, right on time, losing the channel. There we go. People were just asking if we're going to do the Vegas game tonight. I said, nope. Go over to Vegas Golden Knights coverage. They'll have it. 2-0 Bolts. Tampa's been up on this pretty early. Palat. Do we know who scored the second goal? I don't know if they said yet. It looked like either Palat tipped it or Hedman will get credit. Hit that thumbs up on this video, guys, if you like what you're seeing here. Bruce Cassidy just spit a good amount, about 30, 40 seconds worth of cliches. Oh, we got to get the puck behind their D. Is that Coburn and Backus? Ooh, a little blood early in the game for Coburn. Oh, they gave Palat credit for the second goal. Should have made Palat the hat trick challenge. Would have been one away. Let's see. $100 hat trick players tonight is Bergeron and Stamkos. I tried to pick the guys I thought were most likely to score a hat trick. It's just the two best players on the teams. I mean, I guess I could have picked Pasternak.
No, but didn't you pick him the list?
Did I pick Pasternak? I did pick Pasternak last time. Good. Way to go, babe.
Someone's got to keep you in line.
Second power play for the Lightning. Let's see what they could do. Stamkos blocked from the Alexander Ovechkin circle. Killorn drops it in deep. Miller back on the power play. Killorn trying to keep it in. He does. Miller gets to it first, behind the line. Stamkos on the half boards. Back to Miller behind the net. Tight diamond for the Bruins. Oh, into the slot for Killorn and almost gets a tip off of Chara. Edmund keeps it in, works it over to Stamkos, right circle. Cross ice to Kucherov, he sends it back, but it gets deflected and Boston clears. All right, everybody who's watching, hit the thumbs up on this video right now and make sure you're subscribed to our channel. If you share this video, do those three things. If Bergeron or Stamkos score a hat trick tonight, we'll give away $100. It's the $100 hat trick challenge. Got to do three things. Your hat trick is a thumbs up, a share, and a subscription to the channel. If either one of those two players scores a hat trick, then we'll give away $100 on the channel tonight. We call it the $100 hat trick channel. To our knowledge, we're the only channel on YouTube doing something so ridiculous. But you might win $100, so hit the thumbs up, hit the share button, and make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. This is the Hockey Talk Show. We usually do live call-in shows from our studio upstairs. We're in our living room right now. But we usually do them from the studio upstairs. You can comment in. You can call in with questions. We do 5 live shows a week. All Hockey Talk on YouTube and Facebook Live. Oh, Palat just missed the hat trick. Holy cow, what an opportunity that was.
What?
Holy cow.
You seem happy?
Oh, and remember, you have to do all those three things before the hat trick happens. That's super important. Gotta go down before the hat trick happens. Yanni Gord with a shot wide. Power play's over. Tampa over 2 on the power play now. Palat throws it on net. Oh, rebound chance for Callahan. He can't bury it. Palat with a slap shot. Deflected by McAvoy. Yeah, Boston cannot get out of their own zone. Can't take credit for that point. That was my wife. Tampa dumps back in. 13 shots on goal. Aaron saying time to pull the goalie. 12-9 in shots so far. Finally some zone time for Boston. Nash just throws it on net. First time Boston's really had a good cycle. McAvoy gets tripped up. I'm sorry, that's DeBrusque gets tripped up. Yeah, extra skater on. There's a penalty coming. Shoots it out. Boston will get their first power play. Yeah, so anyway, so we do live call-in shows. It's the only Hockey Talk show that does live shows that you can call into or comment on that exists on the internet. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Check out our channel at hockeytalkshow.com. Ask the guys in the chat room. It's a pretty fun show that we get to do. And we've been doing these bonus live stream shows where we hang. We do mini Hockey Talk shows in between commercial breaks and intermissions. Look at this miss. Look at, oh, Palat missed it by a hair. Oof. Oh, man. All right, let me get to some of these comments here. Let's see.
CC stop assaulting Mickey.
Isles News, Ledecky and Malkin reached out to OK Sorokin agents. Sounds like they're at least going to get him to camp this year. Would be great to get the kid here. I think he's been to camp before. I actually didn't see that, John. So let me know where you got that from. Oh, Boston scores, evens it up. 29 seconds into the power play. Crowd's back into it. Stroman feels like a loser.
Who was that? Oh, Bergeron. Oh.
Bergeron.
Oh.
That's one for Bergeron.
Yes.
If he scores 2 more, we'll give away $100 if you have subscribed to the channel, if you hit the thumbs up on this video, and if you shared this to Facebook or Twitter. We are 2 Bergeron goals away from giving away $100 tonight to only the people who have done those 3 things. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share this on Twitter or Facebook. If Bergeron scores 2 more or Stamkos scores 3, we'll give away $100. That's the $100 hat trick challenge, which only happens right here on the Hockey Talk Show. Again, this is not our normal scenario. We're in my living room right now watching the game, just hanging out, chatting. Usually we do live call-in shows from the studio that we have here in our home. We take your comments on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and also your calls on occasion. On occasion, we have some guests, but it's 5 live shows a week. And then we turn the channel on whenever there's breaking news, sometimes some bonus shows, but as far as we know, we're the most comprehensive talk-in community hockey show that exists. So spread the word. Let me see. Catch up on the comments here. Yeah, if you guys are looking for the stream of the actual game, Reddit. I think everybody says Reddit's the best for that. We can't show it, obviously, for copyright reasons. But you can throw it on Reddit and keep us on with you and have somebody to talk to during the game, especially those of you guys that are at work. Tampa's making Boston look stupid. Brandon, welcome in. Rob, if you do the Pens Caps game, you can do the over-under on Tom Wilson headshots challenge. That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that Wilson hit was something else, right? I think that's a suspendable hit. I actually didn't even see. Did they wind up suspending him? I didn't have a chance to check before we came on. Juan, thanks, man. Who used to bite the player's fingers in the glove? Oh, yeah, who did that? I remember seeing that. Tomo Rutu, was he the one who did it? It's a good power play for Boston. They had good puck movement. 2-1, we got a good game going here. Oh, Yarko Rutu? What did I say? Tomo Rutu? Dan, welcome in. $100 hat trick challenge in full effect tonight. Bergeron or Stamkos score a hat trick. We'll give away $100. If you're subscribed to our channel, you hit the thumbs up on this video and you shared this video to Facebook or Twitter. You have to do those 3 things before the hat trick is completed. Bergeron already has 1 goal tonight. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share this if you want to win $100 with a $100 hat trick challenge. Liz CC says hi back. Right, CC?
Hi, Liz.
Pretty sure she heard that.
Give Anna big hugs and kisses from me.
I just took a quick look. I didn't see Tom Wilson's suspension. Yes, I know. I didn't see a Tom Wilson suspension ruling. Do you think he should get suspended, CC? Suspended? Yeah?
Yeah.
She's looking at her mom for help. No, you can't get mommy's help. You have to decide for yourself. Suspension or not. All right, 3:21 left in the first. Series tied at 1 game apiece, and Tampa connects. Woo! First career playoff goal for Anthony Cirelli. Let's take a look at this replay. Quick transition through the neutral zone. Gord carries in, just finds Cirelli in the slot. Rebound from his first shot, and he buries it. Nice. Miller was there. Krug was in the corner. Backus was just floating. I never understand that. Take the man. Backus is floating off on the other side. What are you doing? Bad move from Backus. Bad move from Backus. Liz says Anna's getting ready to pass out. She's not interested in Boston and Tampa. Cece's riveted by this game. Right? She's also chewing on her right hand. I can't really tell which one's more exciting for her. Yes.
No, she's holding.
I know. Who do we want to win, Tampa or Boston? Tampa? Yeah, I think she just said Tampa. I'll feel awful if my daughter's first words are Tampa. Nice shot from Stroman. Ooh, Rask looks like he struggled a little bit to make that save. Now we got some sandpaper action going on here. Who's that, Kunitz? I can't say who Kunitz is tussling with. Juan hates Boston. Thumbs up if you agree with Juan. Oh, it's Grizzlick? Grizzlick's having a little bit of a rough game here tonight. John, as long as her first words aren't Garth, that would be tragic. So Tampa regains a 2-goal lead here, 2:29 left in the first. Tampa in Boston zone. Krug gets it out, but Girardi puts it right back in. Somebody posted on the Hockey Talk Show page earlier that had a New York Rangers logo, but instead of New York Rangers, you know, New York and the Rangers tilted, it said Tampa Bay Lightning. I thought that was cute. Only player I like from Tampa is Chris Kunitz.
Wow.
How many players were on the ice that year? There were a lot of officials in the stand saying too many. They were hoping for a too many men call against the Lightning. Not detected by the officials. Down to a minute 51 on the clock, first period. Attack the reserve fair marks. They came in. They didn't get exactly the start they wanted. Looked like Fox was ready to play, and then all of a sudden the speed comes to the right. And Bruins couldn't match it.
All right, 151, 3-1. Boston wins, throws it in the zone. Not a lot of offensive zone time for Boston. Ooh, bad cough up to Miller at the line. Who is it? Miller, Stamkos, and Kucherov? Is that the line? You got to get more out of Miller if he's going to play with your top players like that. Kucherov with a long shot that gets stopped. When is the NHL going to start wearing white at home again? I missed that. Me too. I like the white at home.
No, I did not. But remember the HBK line in Pittsburgh? Hagelin, Bonino, and Kessel. Well, this is a BKJ line over here for triplets from a couple years ago. We talked about that in game 2 today. Ryan Flop was a member of that triplets line.
Visitors in white is better. It shows more blood.
Peter Kucherov, the Tampa triplets.
Is there any team that you do not like? Not really, no. I like hockey. If they had a 7-year-olds playing a game right now, I'd watch it. There's really no team I don't like. There's a couple players I don't like. I like all the teams. Yeah, Stamkos has been pretty enigmatic so far in this game. I like the Canucks. They're all right. I watched the Canucks a bunch this year for the Sedin twins because, especially towards the end when they announced that it was going to be their last year. And I watched a lot for Brock Besser because I wanted to see if he was really better than, what's his name? Matthew Barzal. He's good. He's not better than Barzal, though. Different type of player altogether. Avok. Tampa's up 3-1 with 9 seconds left in the first period. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel for the $100 hat trick challenge tonight. If Bergeron or Stamkos score a hat trick, we'll give away $100 to somebody who has hit the thumbs up on this video, shared this video on Facebook or Twitter, and is subscribed to our channel. You do those 3 things before the hat trick, and then we'll give away $100 to one of our viewers tonight. Marchand just flipped Dan Girardi over, Andre the Giant style. Woo. Yeah, he's an asshole. Excuse my language. Best rivalry: Isles Rangers, Oilers Flames, Leafs Canadiens. Islanders Rangers. I'm sorry. We were in Toronto for a Leafs Canadiens game.
Yeah, that was good.
It was intense, but the extreme politeness of Canadians precludes it from being as intense as a Ranger
Yeah.
Islander game.
There's no one throwing F-bombs at each other.
Yeah, and there weren't a lot of fights, even though I feel like they were drinking more in Toronto. A lot more access to sippy cups for beer.
More Chris.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, for those of you in the States, up in Canada, they enjoy their beer at games in a sippy cup so you don't spill it. Spilling beer is a, what?
It's unheard of.
It's unheard of. It's a venial sin in Canada. So they like to rock the sippy cups. But I definitely think they drink more at those games. But they're far too polite of people. Whereas I've seen some nasty things around there. Like, Islander Ranger fans would stab one another. In fact, I've seen people, drunk people, try and stab other drunk people with pretzels and such. Didn't work out well, but they still made an attempt. It gets nasty at Islander Ranger games.
Dad.
Flyers Penguins you can throw into the mix too, but again, I just don't know if there's a more, although Flyer fans can be nasty, I just don't know if there's a better rivalry than Rangers Islanders. It's just always good. It's just always good. It's good when both teams are good. It's good when both teams are bad. They're just always great. $13 a beer at Amalie Arena. How much is a beer at? Yeah. I think it would. I think the last time I went to the Barclays Center, it was 12 or 13 bucks too.
Cecilia, you going to bed?
Can't get drunk on a Lightning game, not unless you're a millionaire. Brian, chicks love hockey in Canada. That's true. Good night, sweetheart. Do you want to say hi to everybody? There you are. Say hi. Say who are we rooting for tonight? Say Tampa. Say Boston. Say I'm just rooting for a cookie.
With $100 bill.
You taking the $100?
Money is dirty. Don't let her touch it.
We might have to cancel the $100 hat trick challenge tonight. Yeah. I see you take after mommy. Go right for my money. Yes. Yes.
You don't have any.
Joke's on you.
I know.
Okay, get that back to daddy.
Say night,
Thank you. Good night. Good night. Liz says good night, cutie pie. Thank you, Uncle Buck. Thank you, John. That's very nice of you to say. Thank you. Red Wings Avalanche was brutal for a little while there. But see, the key of a true rivalry is staying power. Like Canadians Leafs, always there. Rangers Islanders, always there. Avalanche Detroit fizzled out. Ain't there anymore. It was only during that time period. It was only during that time period. Eddie, thank you so much for the kind comments. Uncle Buck, best rivalry, Scott Stevens versus the world. I enjoyed the rivalry between Scott Stevens and the air in Paul Kariya's lungs. Scott Stevens seems to always win on that one. Ian, welcome in. It is 3-1 Tampa over Boston right now in the first intermission. They were up 2-0 early on. Boston came back to make it 2-1, and now it is 3-1. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up on this video and subscribe. Got to keep reminding you, we got the $100 hat trick challenge tonight. If Bergeron for Boston or Stamkos for the Lightning scores a hat trick, we're going to give away $100 to somebody who hits the thumbs up on this video, is subscribed to our channel, and shares this on Twitter or Facebook. You have to do all three of those things before the hat trick is completed. Oh, are they announcing the details of Tom Wilson's suspension? We could talk about that. I thought that was a suspendable hit, by the way, before they come back from the break. I thought that was a suspendable hit. I got to be honest with you. I don't want hitting to leave the game, and Tom's one of the best hitters in the game, but There was only one thing that made me think it was suspendable. If not for this one thing, and he almost got away with it, I would have said that wasn't a suspendable hit. Did he get 3 games? That's official? 3 game suspension for Tom Wilson. Here's my problem with people, with hockey fans. Everybody wants, everybody, like, this is the disconnect for me. On the one hand, oh, it sucks that there's no more fighting in the game, and I hate that there's no more physicality. And then as soon as one of their players gets knocked on his ass, then all of a sudden they're like, oh, that should have been a suspendable hit. Like, you can't have it both ways. You know, you can't have it both ways. The reason why the physicality has gone out of the game is because the tougher guys have been squeezed out of the game, and they're taking penalties. They're costing their team wins. Now a suspension here. I honestly thought that was a good, clean hit from Wilson, except he left his feet a split second before he made contact. And Tom Wilson is a talented hitter, you can tell, because he waited till the very last. He wanted to hit and drive up. That was his plan, and he almost pulled it off too, except he came up just a little bit before he made contact. That being said, who was the guy? Something Reese or something? I never even heard of the kid before on Pittsburgh. I blame him a little bit for not being able to take a hit. Like, we forget that part of the game. You have to be able to take a hit. That kid saw Tom Wilson coming for 3 seconds. He saw you. I watched the play a billion times. He had his head up. He knew he was coming. He braced for the hit, and he still took the hit like a little wimp. Like, know how to take a hit. Know how to shy away. He stood up to Tom Wilson and got his ass handed to him. He deserved to be injured because he should have known better. He should have known better. Not that anybody deserves to be hurt, but you know what I'm saying? He should, yes, Ian, he should have bailed out of the hit. He should have bailed out. He should have known. Instead, he went in there all tough, and he got his jaw broken. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of protecting the wussies and then also complaining that there's no physicality in the game anymore. Like, you can't have both. Some of these guys need to learn how to take a hit.
And the decision has come down on Tom Wilson. It is big. The Capitals forward suspended for the next 3 games for his hit in Game 3 on Zach Aston Reese. Reese suffered a broken jaw and a concussion. He'll miss the remainder of the playoffs. Wilson considered a repeat offender after being
Broken jaw
he will not
and a concussion.
until Game 7 of the series if it goes that far. Wording, main point of contact with the head, and then he elevates into the hit, and of course repeat offender and the fact.
So I bet you it was repeat offender what's got him 3 games, because that's ridiculous.
Broken jaw sent it to a halt at the level, and then the league.
Probably the injury too factors into it.
We thought they would. We looked at it a number of times here last night and could not come to.
You know what sucks? What's that series? 2-1?
And once you break it down, the broken jaw to me puts it over the top, and the fact he's a repeat offender gives him another game along the way as well.
This is a major loss for the Washington Capitals. This is the year they have a chance to beat the Pittsburgh Penguins finally.
Is that done, babe?
Tom Wilson that plays in their first
What?
line. Especially
The
the
thing?
game being at
It's
home.
been.
I mean,
Oh, can you? Yeah.
I'll start over.
No. Oh yeah. I mean, if it's cooled down, yeah.
Getting it from the fan base itself. You do it by the power play or big thunderous hits like Tom Wilson provides.
Yeah.
Without that being the Penguins, that's a big void for them.
It is, and if you're a Penguins player, you just became that much bigger. I mean, having Wilson unavailable for that game, the Penguins are obviously a proud franchise that knows how to win games no matter who they're up against. But it does make you feel when you look across there and he's not available, it changes things. It changes the way you approach the game. It's a huge benefit to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Well, they started to chase him around a little bit after that, which is great. I mean, you have to when you have a player in your team that's injured, you have to respond. I thought they did that, but now they can move forward and concentrate on winning hockey games, which they have done frequently over the last couple of seasons of playoff time.
All right, again, the big news. Tom Wilson suspended for the next 3 games. A hit to the head, deemed an illegal check to the head, the main point of contact with the head, so he is out. That series continues tomorrow. The Sharks Club night series continues tonight with Game 4. It'll be the Sharks looking to even things up 2 games apiece. It's at 10 Eastern.
Hey, Dad,
I like how the room is kind of split on the hit. Some people saying it was clean, some people saying not. I just think that we need to be really careful as fans on how much we root and rag on these calls. You know, um, again, I'm not saying everybody does this, but there's a lot of complaining about the lack of physicality in the game. And then whenever one of your own favorite players gets knocked out, then everybody's up in arms going crazy. I like and don't get me wrong. By the way, if you want to know my personal opinion on this, I like the game better when it's not like it was in the 80s. The constant hooking, the slashing. I'm glad they took a lot of that out of the game. I'm okay with a reduced level of fighting. I'm okay with all that, but I like the physicality. I still like some fights. I don't think you can take that stuff all out of the game. And I think, you need to know what time it is. And I think players need to know their limitations. If one of the best heavy hitters / dirty players, if you feel that way about him, is coming and bearing down at you, pull up. Dump and bail. He absolutely had that right. It wasn't a complete blind hit. Reese saw him coming and had plenty of time to get out of the way if he wanted to. And I think that Wilson gets away with nothing if not for the fact that he came up too early. Like if he would have just delivered the hit shoulder to shoulder, he wouldn't have had a problem. But because he lifted up early, he did come in contact with the jaw a little bit. That was his problem. He wanted to hit, drive through, and push up. He shouldn't have gotten greedy. He should have just landed the hit. And he was trying to do damage, believe me. He was trying to cause harm. He should have just worried about making a clean hit. Just finish your check. Don't worry about driving a guy through the boards. So that's definitely where Tom Wilson went wrong.
The IRS has a new Fresh Start program that resolves many issues. These money-saving programs may not last long, so call now. Call 1-800-542-2222.
Cal, Wilson is in no sense a dirty player. He's had one infraction previously. You can clearly see that the player on the ice isn't at the same level as the player who's coming at him. If you think Wilson is a dirty player, either you don't know hockey or you're a fanboy and you have to admit you're biased. I've seen people... Wilson's guy can throw some slashes and some pokes. He's no Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand's the worst. But Wilson plays that irritator game. Brian Burke is on the Hockey Night in Canada broadcast. I love Brian Burke. This is I'm going to give you my wife and kids, my parents and extended family, friends, Brian Burke, my Uncle Jimmy's down here. He's a scumbag, so don't judge before you judge me. Uncle Jimmy's got problems. But the point is this, I love Brian Burke more than I love certain family members. It's a man crush. It's a man crush in a big way. I'd like to invite Brian Burke over and have him stay in the guest room. Cook him a Sunday dinner. Anton says, I don't see how that's an illegal check. He's no Brad Marchand. He's no Cornhole. He's no Eric Lindros. He's no Patrick Waugh. Ian, LOL, get a room. Lead skate does not leave the ice. It does, though. The back skate kind of does. Not the lead skate. The back skate kind of does. And it was unnecessary. He could... The really good ones, the Joel Wards, right? The guys who know how to give a hit and don't get penalties called on them, know how to deliver a hit. Scott Stevens knew how to deliver a hit and knock a guy out cold, but it wouldn't be a penalty because it was a clean hit. Like, that's the kind of hitting we need. I think 3 games, though, is a lot. That's a lot. It's probably a game for the hit. The fact that there was an injury for another game, then maybe they threw in a third just because he was a repeat offender. But I think 3 is a lot. That's a lot. Kadri got 3. What was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was. That it only got 1. It was after Kadri.
You see what I did there?
Oh, the Kane one. The cross check right to the face. Like, to me, that's pretty bad too. Like that. See, that's where I have a little bit of a hard time. That's one, but this hits three. Like, I don't know. Von Hook hopes the Capitals finally beats the Penguins. You and everybody outside of the state of Pennsylvania. Broad says that suspension is a joke. I'm sorry. I'll talk to Uncle Brian for you. Thanks, John. If you hit him in the shoulder, there should be no call. Well, that's the other thing that needs to be taken into consideration, because maybe it should only be 2 games, because you got to consider other players should have some responsibility in this and know how to take a hit or avoid a hit. You know, you should just know the deal going into it, especially when you're looking at Tom. He saw him. He saw him coming. There has to be some responsibility borne on the side of the player taking the hit. Look, if you get blindsided and you didn't see the hit coming, then fine. But the guy looked right at him coming in and braced for the hit and thought he could tried like duck lower to try and stand him up. You know? I mean, Broad says solid open ice hit by Wilson. Some of those hits, you watch a player lower his head trying to draw a penalty and boom, he got hit in the head. Joe, I have a big problem with the players that turn their backs to hits coming in and get crunched against the boards, and then it's a 2 or 5 minute boarding penalty. I hate that. And there's a lot of players who do it and get away with it.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I'll just take it. I'll figure it out. Thank you. Oh, chance early. Vasilevsky slides all the way out. Almost had a nice one there. Miller shoots and Vasilevsky saves. Welcome everybody in. $100 hat trick challenge. I keep doing that the wrong way. $100 hat trick challenge tonight. If Bergeron or Stamkos score a hat trick, I'm going to give away $100 to somebody who hits the thumbs up on this video, is subscribed to our channel, and shares this video on Twitter or Facebook. Sit down, Pedro. Wilson had 2 direct hits to the head in 2 consecutive games. I'm rooting for the Bruins, but in my opinion, I think the Bruins' goal should have been a penalty. Roberts on Kenny Johnson, the 0-1 playoffs was the worst. Almost broke his neck. John, were you at those games? I was at every one of those games. Those were some of the most thrilling games. There has not been a game that's come close to that Toronto series. The Pittsburgh playoff from a few years ago, Pittsburgh Islanders, that one came close. Here comes Boston with a shot. Blocked by Coburn. DeBrusque with it in the circle. He loses it. Kucherov the other way. Carries it out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You beating my arms? Oh my God, did you guys see that? Tom Wilson just came and hit my phone. That was crazy. That's suspendable right there. All right, give me a second to figure this back out. Hold on.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste
take the top line out of the Tampa Bay Lightning out of the game, you're forced to play defense. And that's more like what we're used to seeing from the Bruins, that cycle game that's engaged in forcing.
Seriously though, what do you guys think about the roof on my ceiling? Not bad, right? All right. There we go. Did I do something with my hair? Yeah, I haven't combed it in 46 days, so yeah.
I'll go shopping.
You are?
Yes.
Aw, Emma Kate Gord, born Tuesday, May 1st. Adorable. Emma Kate is a good name. How do you have the last name Gord and name your kid Yanni? That's a little insensitive. My cousin is rude and thinks you look like Bigfoot. I don't know, I think your cousin has 20/20 vision. Boy, look at Chara going. Chara sometimes when he has to skate reminds me of what it's like to start a 1987 Buick. Just takes a little extra going. 3-1, 16:26 left in the second period. There we go. Can we just collectively agree that we all don't like Ryan Kessler, or is that just me? I don't mind Ryan Kessler. He's all right. You ever see Between Two Zambonis? If you guys haven't seen Between Two Zambonis, Google that. That's a hilarious show. You might have to Google Between Two Ferns first if you further don't know what that is. Who did Isles get for Chara again? Chara was in the Yashin deal, I think, right? Assistant to the general manager. Mike, this game is in Boston. Rene Rancourt had a couple of fist pumps before the or after the anthem. Oh, look at Boston wraparound attempt for Bergeron. He's already got a goal. If he gets two more, I'm going to give away $100 on the channel tonight. It's the hat trick challenge, $100 hat trick challenge. If Bergeron scores a hat trick or Stamkos scores a hat trick, and you, either one, not both of them, either one, and you have hit the thumbs up on this video, if you're subscribed to our channel, and you share on Twitter or Facebook, I'm going to give away the $100 to one of the fans who has done those three things if one of those two guys scores a hat trick. Eddie, I forgot what Marchand's hat trick was. Gensel tomorrow. Steven, can we talk about Gensel and how friggin' ridiculous this kid is? I thought Justin Williams was a playoff-only performer. This Gensel is putting him to shame. He's so on fire. Goal, assist, and a kiss. Thanks, Uncle Buck. The Marchand hat trick, a goal, assist, and a kiss. I'll give away the $100 if that happens too. Marchand just lost an assist though to Chara. Not a Bees fan, but Orr was the GOAT. I just got his jersey yesterday. Gensel's? Kid's an animal. We're in that weird time now where, you know, Kucherov with his 86 and Gensel with his 59. Like the days of normal numbers are gone. My Mata's jersey's coming soon. Steve, you got a Pittsburgh Penguins problem, my friend. You're hardcore, dude. Three one Lightning into the commercial break.
If you can dream it, you can do it. In the Ridgeline from Honda.
Marchand makes the Bruins look bad.
Previously on the Stanley Cup playoffs.
That Ovi goal was so sweet last night. Oh my God. Him batting that out of midair. I hope he silences the critics that say he can't win a championship. I honestly, in years past when he didn't show up, that was one thing, but he's been killing it lately. And he's been doing really well in this series. He just needs the rest of the Caps to show up and help him out. I can't believe the Caps are up 2-1, though. I think that's so good. Like, I think that Pittsburgh, I picked Pittsburgh to win the series, but I'm enjoying that Washington is not just succumbing to the, you know, norm that they can't beat the Penguins. Mike, there's some streams on Reddit. Somebody in the thing will show you. Live stream game 4 tomorrow. I think so. There's a good chance we'll do a live stream game 4 tomorrow. We haven't done Pittsburgh, Washington yet, so I want to make sure we get one of those in. Bruins with some offensive zone time, but not for too long, though. Tampa the other way at Braden Point. Pulls up at the half boards. Shots on goal are close, 18-19. Tyler Johnson's picked up his game a little bit this round, too. I'm always a big fan of his. He's fallen off lately in the last few months, but I think his game's been pretty good in this round so far. Bergeron is amazing. I love Bergeron. He's one of my favorite players of all time. I know, Steve. I wanted to so bad. Oh, got a little breakaway here. McDonough over. Can't put it down. I wanted to do a live stream, but morning show was kicking my rear end. Don't mind me. I'm just sneaking dinner in. That's nuts. Ken Albert was just saying that McDonough was on the ice for 3+ minutes before, and Hedman was on the ice for 4.5 minutes. That's crazy. That is crazy. There you go, Steven. Let everybody know they got to throw a like up and get them subs going. Vegas Golden Knights. What time is the game tonight, Lou? What time? 10 o'clock? You going on right at 10? If you guys dig this, Vegas Golden Knights is going to do the Vegas game next. Same thing as this. Not as good looking as this, but close. Similarly. Hedman gets like 38 or 39 minutes a game. Hedman's a beast. A beast. You burned your Orpik jersey because you went to the Caps? Do I think that puck crossed the line in game one? I think we talked about this the other day. Yeah, I do. But there was no real conclusive way of showing. If the call on the ice would have been a goal, then maybe. Burnt my Marchand jersey? Why are you guys burning jerseys for? There's a lot of jersey burning going on here. You're a radio guy. How about the Francesa comeback? How about that? I like Francesa. I'm not one of these guys. I'm not a jealous radio guy. I certainly understand his place in the pantheon of radio. But I didn't really like the way he treated Chris Carlin and this whole thing. He should have, like... Here's the thing with Francesa. He could have handled it a little bit better. He could have handled it a little bit better. Meaning, I would have shot a phone call over to Chris Carlin and been like, look, I'm coming back. I just want to let you know. I want you to hear it from me. That's all I would have liked him to have done. But the fan really royally screwed that replacement for Francesa. When Stern left, they screwed that up. When Francesa left, they screwed that up. That three-man team. They have three people doing a 2-hour show now. Utterly stupid. They'll all be fired before the end of the year. They're just holding on to them now, making it look good while there's hubbub, and then eventually they'll let them go. We're talking about sports radio in New York, by the way. I'm sorry. I know half the other people in the room have no idea. But Francesa definitely deserved to come back. That show tanked without him. And you can't blame the company for wanting to make money. And by the way, the team that was in there, CMB or whatever, they should have fought harder. They should have went down swinging. That's what I would have done. Instead, they cowered down and they didn't say anything. And now they moved into a 2-hour slot. Like, I better not say anything or I'm going to lose my job. You're going to get fired anyway. They should have blown it up. They should have pounded on Francesa while they could. That's what I would have done. I would have went down in a blaze of glory. Because you know what? They're going to get fired anyway. Eddie, Leafs fans burn their jersey while they're still wearing them. That's awesome. I like Doc Emmerich a lot. Very nice guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him. Canucks are all right, but their fans in 2011 were horrible about that riot. Liz, they rioted in 94 when they lost then too. Canucks fans drink too much. I love Doc Emmerich, no homo. Yeah, we're terrible fans here in Vancouver, not going to deny it. It's a shame because that city's beautiful. I've never been to Vancouver, but I've seen pictures. It's gorgeous. Miss Howie Rose, but Burke isn't bad. I like Burke. He's really nice. I tweeted with him a bunch of times. I don't know him at all, but I tweeted with him a bunch of times. He's a really nice guy. I miss Howie too. Howie's great. We still get to listen to Howie on the Mets broadcast, so that's cool.
6 years or 72,000 miles transferable coverage. Every day.
Think there are some ways to help keep you on track. Closer to home.
Edward Jones grew to $1 trillion in assets under care by thinking about your goals as much as you do.
Pork shoulders up horn. Hickory smoked with Angus beef. Earthbound beef, 100% succulent meat.
I'm riding. If Vegas doesn't win the cup, I'll ride alone. Just me trying to tear down the stratosphere all by myself. I ride every year that the Islanders don't make the playoffs. Lost a lot of lawn chairs because of that damn team.
At least you don't have to worry about homeowners insurance. Oh, Geico.
Geico helps with
I like Pierre Maguire.
insurance.
Pierre Maguire's good. Ian Maguire, awful in my humble opinion. I like Pierre Maguire. He's just a bit of a close talker. That's all.
Geico and see how easy homeowners
I ride every year.
insurance can be.
Basically every year.
Coach, you were dominant in the first period. It looks like they're starting to take over a little momentum. What are they doing or what aren't you guys doing? Well, that's the key. It's what we're not doing. And, we figured they'd push back here. First game,
Pierre Maguire looks like Dr. Evil's half-brother, who just talks too close to people.
big thing for us is we've been able to break the press out. Right now we haven't been doing that. We've iced a couple, but, we've held the fort, so now we just got to play there another bit more. Thanks a lot, John. Shots, shot, two, in the second period. Kane, when I was leaving the Tampa Bay bench, Victor Hedman says to me, he says, how long was my shift? I said, close to 4 minutes.
Pierre Maguire was close to getting a couple of general manager jobs. I think he's still in the running for some. Anytime one opens up, they always kind of float his name as a possibility. Still 3-1, 8:51 left in the game. Sorry, I know I wasn't updating. I was trying to choke down some dinner quick, but now I'm good. Now we're good to go. I've never heard Bob, the Columbus Blue Jackets radio announcer. Or maybe I have. He doesn't sound familiar. Belmont is on schedule. Big story on News 12 this morning. Oh, a lot of bouncing off of the backboards this year in every arena. Have you noticed that? There's been a couple of goals coming off the back end. Apparently eating horse poop is what champions do in Philly. Philly a weird town, man. I love Philly, but there's no reason to go there unless you're getting a cheesesteak, honestly. There's literally no reason to go there. Not that, like, it doesn't have beautiful things. It's just Philadelphia people don't want you there. Go in, buy their cheesesteaks, take a selfie in front of the Liberty Bell, and get the hell out. That's how Philadelphians feel. Do I like the Bruins head coach? Yes. I think Bruce Cassidy is a talented guy. I was not really a fan of his, but clearly they're doing something right. I mean, Jesus, they won an epic run, and they're doing pretty okay right now. Philly people don't even want other Philly people around. That's true. All right, Tampa power play here. 3-1, they're up. It's their fourth power play, maybe? Miller behind the net, playing catch with Stamkos, out to Hedman at the point. To Kucherov, who misses wide the one-timer from the circle. Butch Goring. John wants to know what Butch Goring is like. Butch Goring is a okay dude. He's just... There's something about him that rubs me the wrong way. He was very nice the couple of times that he was around when I was there. But he's a little squirrely. Like, he was... When I was there, he had already been fired as the head coach. It was after he was the head coach when I was there. And I don't know. Like, he would always, like, run into Mike's office and talk about the team, and I don't know. I always thought he was undermining the coaching staff a little bit. I'm not a fan of Butch Goring. As an announcer, I will say Butch Goring is the worst. I mean, he just could not be more horrific. Doesn't know how to use the English language, speaks awfully, gets confused all the time, is never right about the plays. I mean, he's the worst. I cannot stand him. I mean, and the fact that the team moved away from Billy Chaffee, who are one of the best color commentators in the game, to go to Butch Goring, who never breaks down plays whatsoever. You know, I mean, other than the obvious play, but I'd like to see him, like, really analyze the game and throw some stats around. Never does that. I don't like him whatsoever. I like Joe Buck more than I like Butch Goring. That'll just give you a sense of my opinion of Butch Goring. What's up, William? Welcome in. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up on this video. Hat trick, $100 hat trick challenge tonight. If Stamkos or... Oh, we got a little... Look at Kunitz getting a little nasty with McAvoy. If Bergeron or Stamkos score a hat trick and you liked our video, subscribe to our channel, and you shared this on Twitter or Facebook, I'm going to give away $100 to all those people. I'm going to choose from all those people that did that. Expert Pro, welcome back in, man. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Is it just me, or is Boston weak around the net right now? Definitely, Cal. Not just you. I think, and they're really good in front of the net usually, but I think they're just kind of a little off their game tonight. Not a lot of puck possession for them. What about Don Cherry? He's senile in my humble opinion. I agree, AD, but he's a charming senile, if that makes any sense. You know, he just rambles on and talks crazy. He's like your uncle that's kind of losing it, but it's still fun at parties. Butch Goring is not that whatsoever. He stinks. I remember when the Flyers had Doc calling Flyers game, but I think it was Gene Hart came back for one more run and Doc gone to the Devils, and the rest is history. They've been lacking puck possession in almost every game this series. Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I'm not a soda person, but I don't know if I can honestly answer that. I really don't care. Dr. Pepper, to be honest with you. I, on occasion, will just friggin' crave a Dr. Pepper. I love it. Pepsi, I think, is sweeter than Coke. Coke is a little bit more drier, so it's really whatever I'm in the mood for. Who's the guy that calls the Sabres games? Seems very good. The guy who does, I will say this, the guy, I forget his name, the guy who does Carolina by himself, the play-by-play guy. That is amazing. When I worked for the team, I stood next to him. With the way the press boxes was at the Coliseum, all the employees and everything, you would walk in, it was one long hallway. You'd walk in and you'd have to walk all the way down to the end. And the scouts were the last thing in the box. Everybody had their section. Scouts were last, and guests of the teams in the NHL were last. TV was second to last. The off ice officials were in the middle. Print was next to us. Radio, then print, and then the team, and any of the team employees. So we would be scrunched all the way over to one end. But when the Carolina guy came in, was it Carolina or Buffalo? I think it was Carolina. Big, heavy guy, bald head. I forget what his name was. He did the whole game by himself. The whole game. Didn't need another person. Did play-by-play, did color commentary, talked the whole time. Oh, we got a fight here. Backus and Paquette. Oh my goodness. I've seen nastier fights in a schoolyard. That was embarrassing. Isn't it funny how that was not a great fight at all, but we still just get excited at the sight of a fight? We got a little blood on Backus there. Nice. Again, I hate the fights after good, clean hits. I think they're the worst. Anyway, to wrap up my story that was kind of going nowhere, when the radio guy came in to do the game by himself, I literally stood next to him and listened to him the whole night because I couldn't believe it, and he was amazing. He was amazing. Didn't take a breath. It was amazing. It was amazing watching him do the game. Callahan doesn't look happy over at the officials. Don Cherry is Toronto biased, but most of the time knocks what he is talking. Oh, knows what he's talking about. He's crazy. Cherry's crazy, but I like him. I like listening to him too. Again, I was talking about this the other day. He does like a 5-minute radio report, and he has like 17 minutes of sponsors for just 5 minutes worth of radio. Rick Generate, that's it. Utz chips and peanut butter? Man, now I'm craving Utz chips. I just had some chili and sweet potato fries. Pretty good. Yeah, what else is everybody eating and snacking on? Joe's got chips and salsa. Damn, I'm getting hungry. Five for fighting and 2 for instigating? Was that what that was? And somebody got a game misconduct? Egg rolls and potato patties. That's a hell of a combination. I'd take that right now, though. That sounds good. Go for an egg roll. Mustard or duck sauce on an egg roll? I go mustard. I will on occasion do duck sauce, but I like a little mustard on that egg roll. Oh, stop the presses. They finally called Marchand for a penalty. Let's see here. Uncle Buck is enjoying 6 tins of Spam up in here. Hate to be in the bathroom with you tomorrow. Frosted Flakes and cereal. Heavenly Hash ice cream is a great mix. Homemade tortilla soup. Oh, tortellini soup. That's even better than tortilla soup. Jealous of you, Expert Pro. Duck sauce, 100%. General Cho's chicken. Actually threw some hot sauce on the egg rolls. Rebel. This game's getting nasty. Kucherov, I gotta give him credit, man. He's physical. He's been physical this series. That's a high stick. Ooh, that's a high stick. They missed that call. That sucks. McDonald's or Burger King? Depends on what I'm in the mood for. I know there are fierce competitors in both fast food, but they're two different places to me. Sometimes if you're in the mood for a Big Mac, you can't satisfy that at Burger King. But I do think their regular burgers at Burger King are better. I like the flame broiled, although I don't go all that often. Chicken sandwiches, depends. They've both been good at different times. I think they both stink right now. McDonald's nuggets, by the way. Burger King should just stop. They both have good fries, both different, both good. And yes, if I had the choice between McDonald's and Burger King, I'd choose Wendy's every single time. Nike or Adidas, I really don't care about either of those, but Adidas. I love the Adidas jerseys, by the way. They're the best. We did a whole show. Actually, a lot of the early part of the hockey show season this year was all about that. I want a Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box near me. Same here, Joe. Wendy's is the best. You don't really buy McDonald's food. You just rent it for a while. Excellent point, Eddie. Fries. Can you shout out my channel? If not, don't read this comment. Well, you didn't tell me what the channel was. I support Wendy's, Chinese food, or American food. As you can tell, I'm not really food biased. I'll take it all. Marchand is reapplying his lipstick in the penalty box. Old school Adidas tracksuit is the best. Like Run DMC, baby. I did a show with DMC once. Super nice guy. Good show, too, by the way. Like, good show. DMC puts on a hell of a show. Rev Run don't tour anymore, but DMC goes out. Daryl McDaniels goes out still, and he's good. Am I the only one with action on the game, or am I among other degenerates? I think you're among some other degenerates, but I don't have any action on this particular game. Nice save by Rask. Scoring chances 18-11. Second period chances 8-5 in favor of Tampa. Boston 19-12 in hits. Power play Bruins are 1-for-1. Tampa 0-for-4. Tampa still up 3-1 with 1:53 left in the second period. I love sushi. I hope all you guys are subscribed to the challenge because we're rolling hard with the $100 hat trick challenge tonight. If Bergeron or Stamkos scores a hat trick, we'll give away $100. If you have liked this video, you're subscribed to our channel, and you've shared this video already on Twitter or Facebook, do all three of those things right now if you haven't already, because once a hat trick is scored, we're going to give away the money to only people who have done it before the hat trick is completed. Bergeron has a goal already tonight. Big hit behind the net. Tampa, Kunitz, a shot from the point, doesn't get through. Boston controls. Pasternak flicks it out of the zone. It comes back in, though. Tell you, the forecheck for Tampa tonight has been great. Another turnover at center ice. Kucherov barely keeps it on side, but gives it up, and Krejci regathers in his own zone. Krejci now dumps over. Is that Krug? I can't really see. Nope, it's not Krug. Vasilevsky with an easy gloved play. How do you win a playoff game going 0-for-4? Most of the time, you don't. I got action on the Bruins. Some lowlife out there is mushing them, though. He bet the horse. He bet kryptonite. I am ready for the NHL draft. We're going to do, we got some killer draft shows planned, which should be a lot of fun. I think this is going to be a crazy offseason. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel to get in on the live shows when we do those. Again, up in the studio where you can call in, you can comment in, you could ask questions, we can debate things, we talk rumors. There's going to be a ton of trade rumors going into this NHL draft, which should be really, really exciting. I think it's a foregone conclusion Buffalo will take Dahlin, but after that, you can flip a coin on what's going to happen. So it'll be really exciting. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel here to get in on our regular live hockey talk shows. Love the draft. Batman or Superman? Superman, 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 Superman all the way. I may have to boot somebody if they say Batman. I'm sorry. This is not a Batman-friendly home. Superman, Superman only. Batman only. Superman is too powerful to be likable. I love trade rumors. We're going to have a ton of them. Islanders should draft Valino. Can't wait to see the offseason trades and signings. Isles need to make huge moves this draft regardless of the GM. Ian likes the Joker. I would like to see CH take Kachuk. Yeah, but that other kid is good too. Second period's over. 3-1 Tampa over the Boston Bruins. Killorn and Krejci shoving a little bit. Will Joe Thornton return for the Sharks tonight? I wonder. Joe's been killing it in warm-ups lately. I know he's been taking a lot of warm-ups, but hasn't made it into a game yet. Breaking. Tom Brady to become owner of the Bruins. Breaking. I'm hungry as hell. Me too, Steven, and I just ate. Craving an egg roll in the worst way. Next goal will be huge. Definitely agree. Definitely agree. Von Hook, favorite goal horn and goal song? Great question. Great question. I think that the Caps siren is pretty interesting. I do like the Chicago Blackhawks goal song. That one's the best. That one's really, really good.
Come on now.
Tampa's got a good goal horn. Nashville horn's good. I think Chicago's got the best goal song, though. We should have kept Panarin. I guess you're talking about Chicago. Agree. The sod for Panarin deal was not good. Not good at all.
It started with a discussion. Now you're both doing this for him. For all he's done for you. The PNC
Best mascot in the NHL.
to borrow, but stick with it. PNC. Make today the day.
I like Chance. Chance has his charm. It's definitely not Sparky. Sparky's the worst. Thunderbug's good. I'm trying to think, who's the best? The best mascot. It's a good question. I can't think of any mascots right now.
Butterflies, the goosebumps, everything is just so much more magnified. A lot of guts and a lot of determination. Every game is extremely meaningful. Everybody's bringing their A game. You got to be ready to go. It's a grind, like no other sport.
You see that Stanley Cup at the end, the guys raising the Stanley Cups, and you hear them screaming, and you hear the excitement. It truly is what the playoffs is all about.
Sharky's good. I think the New Jersey Devil is good. Stanley C. Panther is good. I'm looking at a list now. I got it in front of me.
Well, he's not overly busy, and I always thought that's was a better goalie. He faces a lot of high volume of shots. Well, he's doing other things in the game tonight to keep himself busy, keep himself mentally in the hockey game. Boston's trying to dunk the pucks in, but look how active he is. He's getting behind the net, stopping the forecheck, moving the puck to the defenseman, making life so much easier. Again, same exact thing. Stopping the puck. It seems as simple as that, but that breaks out the forecheck, and it turns the Boston Bruins from getting any sort of pressure on him whatsoever. And then he's making the saves. How strong he is down low. He's really focused on keeping his pucks up from the bottom half of the net. He's forced the Boston Bruins to go upstairs. It's very tough to do when it plays in tight zones.
Yeah, and then the Bruins start missing the net. Charlie McAvoy there after Henry and McDonough have been stuck on the ice for a long time. Allowed them to get off the ice. Another shot here, attempt blocked and then missed the net by Dan Heinen. A block shot here by Dan Girardi. And the Bruins simply not getting enough pucks to Vasilevsky. Not enough traffic around there. And I agree, Anson. He's been busy in other ways, and a big part of that is keeping the Bruins off the forecheck.
What Tampa Bay has demonstrated in Game 2 and so far here tonight is that even if their top line doesn't
Yeah, it's true. We were just talking about that a second ago. Boston is not getting enough traffic in front of the net, and that's where Boston makes their bread and butter. Their forwards attack the front of the net better than any team in the National Hockey League. They don't stand there all the time, but they get in there a lot. And they're very effective when they are in there. And they haven't been able to do that this game.
Marchand down on the ice there, wrestling with Steven Stamkos. Dan Girardi tries to take his head off. Marchand sends him up and over. Killorn trips him, so he's on the ice again. And normally, when you do that to Brad Marchand, you're going to get a little something special. A cross check to the back of Killorn there. And watch the stick of Marchand right there under the mask or under the shield.
Oh, Marchand is such a piece of garbage.
With the official, Wes McCauley talks to him there, and then he gets caught in the crossroads.
I'm glad Wes McCauley talked to him. That's the problem. The officials don't handle Brad Marchand enough. They let him get away with too much crap. Drives me nuts.
At all during the course of this hockey game. Brad Marchand's better suited off just focusing on playing between the whistles. I know he's probably trying to get himself going, but he can't afford to take any ill-advised penalties at this point during the hockey game and let the Tampa Bay Lightning get on the power play.
Cross check to the back.
Yeah,
Was
it's,
something special?
yeah, that's a trick. That's a trick.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's a Jonesy special.
If we get anything special for any
Scores the goals and
Look at Brent Burns.
make a fine entrance. Brent Burn, the Sharks taking on Vegas.
Nice jacket. Little Herb Brooks tribute with that jacket, I think.
Cashback. Yep, that's your cashback match. Only Discover will automatically match all the cashback new card members earn at the end of their first year. You matched everything I earned this year? Yeah. Woo! More money, more money! All very exciting. I'm gonna spread the news. Spread it wide. It's cashback match, people! You know that. You all work here.
New card members get a dollar-for-dollar match at the end of their first year, only from Discover.
Introducing new Posted Extreme Notes. They stick in tough conditions, so you can get a set and get just about any job done. Water resistant with Durahold paper and adhesive. New Posted Extreme Notes. They're tailored for tough.
How do you blow a 3-goal lead? Oh my God, did you see that game last night? That was unbelievable. I could not believe they blew that lead. Nashville's in trouble. They are not nearly as good as they were last season.
Experience Control GX for men. The first shampoo with a brain. What makes it so smart? It reduces gray the same way it grows in, gradually. The more you shampoo with Control GX, the less gray you have. Just use it until you like what you see. How smart is that? Gradually reduce gray with Control GX from Just for Men. The first shampoo with a brain. And now there's a Control GX for lighter shades of hair.
Go-getters, get two at Dunkin' Go-Tos. Two sandwiches for $2, $3, or $5. America runs on Dunkin'.
Introducing the world's first self-winding string trimmer. The new Ego string trimmer with power-low technology. Feed the line.
Daniel, good point. Daniel says Preds are not hungry this year. They don't seem to be hungry this year. Vegas is Bettman money grabbing franchise. Wait, what is this? Vegas is Bettman money grabbing franchises. Make the franchise ownership appealing. Sell more team.
Exclusively at the Home Depot and Ego authorized dealers.
One of the best smiles in hockey, and he's been flashing it a lot lately. Tonight, Marc-Andre Fleury, the Golden Knights are in San Jose for game 4.
Look at Marc-Andre Fleury signing autographs, taking selfies before the game in San Jose.
Colin, your team's got a chance to take a commanding lead in the series. Your team is undefeated on the road this playoff season. What's worked so well on the road that you want to bring to this game?
I don't know. I think when we keep it simple, that's when we're playing our best. When we move our feet, we'll get pucks deep, stuff like that.
Vegas is better than Nashville right now, for sure.
We'll definitely look to do that and go from there.
Love Fleury. Who doesn't?
Power play, which has been really important, obviously, this series with 5 power play goals. What's worked so well to lead to that success?
I'm not sure. I mean, they come pretty heavy on their penalty
I think if Vegas wins tonight, that series is done.
there, and then if nothing's there, really just pin on net. I think when we're simple and we're shooting those pucks on net, that's when we're getting those good opportunities, and then hopefully bury a couple.
You know, you talk to the players, your coach says the same thing. You approach each game like it's a new challenge. The resiliency that your group has been there for, seems like quite a while. When and how did you develop that as a group?
I don't know. I think early on, we kind of just came together pretty quick, and I think we did a good job of finding our game early. And it's our speed game is what we like to play, and that's how we've been having success. So it's
Flory has been the best goaltender in the playoffs this year. I think he had 3 shutouts in 5 games. I mean, ridiculous. Flory by far is the best goaltender it's close because Hellebuck's been good. Not last night in the first period, but Hellebuck's been close. But by far, who said that? Von Hook. You're totally right, man. Vegas, Flory's been the best goalie this year.
Played since late January. He's a game time decision, as I mentioned tonight. The Sharks trying to even things up with Vegas in game 4. It's coming up 10 Eastern.
Well, like most of you, I just bought a house. Now I'm turning in my dad.
I text simple sentences.
I refer to every child as chief.
This hat was free. What am I supposed to do? Not wear it?
Next thing you know, I'm telling strangers defense wins championships.
Well, it does.
Is it fair to say that Flory is the best goalie in the NHL? He's had a great year this year. You know, it's interesting. Carey Price wasn't really all that great. Lundqvist wasn't really all that great. You know, a lot of the greats didn't have good years this year. A lot of that upper echelon goaltending really didn't have good years this year. But Flory did. So.
Make your morning a little better. Mix and match 2 of these McDonald's breakfast sandwiches for just $4. Like the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles, the sausage McMuffin with egg, or the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Start your morning with a delicious deal. Breakfast at McDonald's. It's the Rams Spring Sales event.
Don't forget, at the beginning of the year, Vegas went through like 5 goalies, remember? Flory went down, then Subban went down, then Maxime Legacy came in and really helped them through their first East Coast road trip. It was kind of amazing. It was kind of amazing. Vegas is a legit team, and I've been saying that since 15 games into the season. They're legit. They're built well. I know it upsets everybody that they're so new and they're doing so well, and experts want to talk about 5-year builds, and teams that haven't won in a long time are angry, calling it a fluke, but it's just a flat-out truth. The Vegas Golden Knights are a legit great team, built extremely well.
Do you owe over $10,000 to the IRS? You're not alone. Millions of Americans
Las Vegas can absolutely win the Cup this year. They absolutely can. No doubt about it. No, they're going to the Western Conference Finals. I don't think San Jose can hang in there. They're going to the Western Conference Finals. Would Tavares go to Vegas? I think so. I think so. They'll have the room for him. That's for damn sure. I think that San Jose, Vegas, Vancouver, these are going to be the teams out of the West that are going to be able to make an offer to John Tavares.
booklet on how the IRS Fresh Start program can help you. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, call U.S. Tax You for a free consultation with a professional tax consultant. Call 1-800-542-2220.
When you get to pick among the best potential prospects in the league and you do build a successful team, that's not a salute to your team as a franchise. That's a salute to every other team drafting and training abilities. I disagree, Cal. I disagree. McPhee still had to make those picks, and he picked right every single time. And by the way, and most general managers will tell you this, every one of them guarded their players too much, meaning they gave up too much to protect certain guys when they should have just let guys go. McPhee held their feet over the coals, and he got a lot out of teams in order to not pick certain players that he may not have wanted to pick in the first place. He played that poker hand that he was dealt to the maximum of its abilities. He did a good job. Marchessault and Riley Smith from Florida, and then Grevin Carlson. You know, he identified the guys with great potential who just needed an opportunity. You got to give him credit for that. He did a really, really good job as a general manager. Really, really good job. Leafs need D. You going up? Leafs need D. What D should the Leafs go after? Anybody. 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 Anybody who's available. Anybody would be an improvement for the Leafs this year. McPhee is the only franchise owner in history to be able to hold any team's feet over the coals in an opening year. You mean general manager? Yeah. But he had a better opportunity. There's no doubt about that. Columbus, Minnesota, Atlanta, they never had the opportunity that Vegas had. I'm really not envious of Seattle whatsoever. Seattle is going to have a tough time trying to replicate that amount of success. Even when Vegas players off the waiver wire, they did a great job. Yeah, I mean, again, look at all the players that they got not in the expansion draft. Look at the deals, the trades that they were able to make. The Mark Mathot deal, like they got on top of a great team this season, they got a hell of a lot of picks and a lot of prospects coming into the next couple of years here. I mean, their only misstep was Shipachet, and that didn't really seem to affect them whatsoever. Kale agrees with what I just said, but the advantages that Vegas was given was not afforded to any other team ever. I agree with that, and you're right. You're not wrong. You're definitely right. But the problem with the league is they learned from their mistakes. They learned from Columbus, Atlanta, Minnesota. They realized Nashville took these teams 15, 20 years to build something, and that's not a good business model. If you give a team an opportunity to win early, then you can charge them $500 million to come into the league. And now look, they gained $150 million in franchise value just because of the success of the Vegas Golden Knights, because Seattle's going to pay $650 million to come in the league versus the $500 million that Vegas just laid out. So, yeah, you're right, but it's not like Bettman was doing it for Bill Foley or the city of Vegas. He was doing it for the other 30 owners that want to see more cash flow. And that's what a commissioner should be doing, making money for his owners. So that's why McPhee got the circumstances that he got. But again, he still made the right moves. Any other general manager could have came in there and done worse. Let's not forget, he hired Gerard Gallant. That was the right move. Like, he did a lot of right things. He did a lot of things right. Made a lot of moves that other teams wouldn't have done. So George McPhee gets 100% of the credit, for sure. How did Zona get a team before Seattle? It does seem crazy, Ian, now that Seattle's ticket drive went so well, but Arizona's population was exploding for a while. And the Diamondbacks got added, the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, the Suns had been there forever. It was just an exploding population. And the NHL it was a good media market. It's a good business market, and the NHL wanted a footprint in that Midwestern area, so that's why. To be honest with you, AD, I don't know much about him. The Seattle Starbucks would be a great name. Wonder what goalies will be there for Seattle to pick from. Certainly not the same goalie landscape, that Vegas had. Don't forget, it's the supreme play of Matt Murray that gives Pittsburgh the ability to walk away from Fleury, that gives Vegas one of the best goaltenders in the game Where we're going to see that goaltender battle come from for the next time may never be there. It really may never be there. In fact, we have far too many teams now that are looking for decent goaltending. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't see that 1-2 tandem like Fleury and Murray were that will cause a bit of a problem. It's still 3-1. 3-1 Boston, 17:55 left in the third period, which just began, obviously. Tuukka Rask plays the puck behind his net. Gord intercepts at the half boards. Cirelli knocks the puck off a Bruins stick. Bruins carry out to center ice. Subban was a waiver pickup after the fact. In fact, Vegas put a lot of stock. I forget the goalie that they picked that they eventually wound up trading to Toronto. I forget his name right now, but they were very high up on him. Thought he was going to be the number 2 all year long. Calvin Pickard came into. Is it Calvin? I think it's Calvin. Thanks, Uncle Buck. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. They were very high up on him. They thought he was going to be the number 2, and it didn't work out. And they wound up dishing him off for, I think, for like a 3rd-round draft pick or something. They didn't really get a lot for him back in return. Kale, you're saying that there's many teams that are looking for suitable starting goaltenders. If you add more teams into the league, does that begin to monopolize the market as far as goaltenders? And does that certain cities have a better advantage of winning if teams are able to get a solid goaltender and hold on to them for a 10-year contract? What is that going to do for the rest of the league? No. There's not, that's not, I don't think it works like that. There's not going to be a monopolizing of the goaltenders. I'm very wary of long-term contracts for goaltenders. Oh, look at this. Nash right in front, can't bury it. McAvoy over to Krejci, he can't bury it. Tampa clears. Oof, Nash needed to bury that one. That was a close opportunity. One of the best opportunities of the game so far for Boston. Cirelli skates out. Dumps in and first to get it. Ooh, I thought he was going to tuck that in on Rask. Callahan and Cirelli playing catch behind the net. I'm wary of the long-term contracts for goaltenders. I don't really think that they work out all that great. And I also don't think that they should be given out to too many people. Obviously, Lundqvist deserves it. Obviously, Carey Price deserves it, but Carey Price has been hurt a hell of a lot. Where's he going to be in 6 years? I really don't know. Goaltenders, I mean, honestly, there are few and far in between. Look at Edmonton's issues with Talbot this season. They think he's going to be the guy, and he's not. Minnesota fell into Devin Dubnyk. It was kind of an accident the way it happened. Like, there's no telling. And they're so temperamental from year to year on who's going to be good. It's hard. Like any other position, McDavid's locked up. I get it. But every team has fair and equal opportunity. There's going to be a goaltender that is going to be amazing, and he's going to be available in the draft, and he's going to go to somebody just like everybody else. There's going to be a goaltender that's going to be amazing, and he'll be a free agent, and he'll be able to sign with everybody else. It's an even playing ground, so I'm not really worried about that all that much. Like I said before, especially with Carey Price, I understand. I get it. He deserves the contract. If I was a general manager, I wouldn't want to be put in that position. Because locking up to a player for 10 seasons is a risk. Locking up to a goaltender for 10 seasons is a massive, massive risk. As we saw this year, even Carey Price, he's the best goalie in the league practically. Couldn't play his team out of the basement. Price contract will be a nightmare. Dude, the Lundqvist contract is about 3 years away from being a nightmare. Maybe even less. Lundqvist didn't have a great season this year. He kind of stunk. Then he picked it up around Halloween when we had the tragedy here in Manhattan. And then he kind of fell off again. But it was Lundqvist's shoddy play that exposed the real weakness with the Rangers, because as amazing as he's been for them the last couple seasons, he really helped put a Band-Aid on some of the issues with that franchise. Price's knee injuries are concerning at the best. At his best, he's best in the league. Very well said, AD. Better than I said. Hot wings or barbecue wings? I like both. I like a good smoky wing. There's a barbecue place by me that smokes their wings before they fry them. The frying locks in the smoky flavor. It's ridiculous. 5 years is better. Rick DiPietro at 15. Yeah, exactly. Rick DiPietro, case in point. But even Carey Price at 10 years for that much money, like I said, the injuries. What if he battles injuries for the rest of his career? No, Rick DiPietro, he deserves all the jokes he gets. But there was a season where he went to the All-Star game where he was damn good. He was finally starting to show his potential. In fact, he hurt himself in the skills competition, and that was the hip injury that he had that he never recovered from, and he was never great after that. But that season, I forget what year it was, he was finally building a career. He was finally getting to the point that a lot of people thought he was going to get to. McDavid is worth every penny in my humble opinion. Let me tell you something. McDavid took less money. McDavid could have gotten the absolute max, and he took less money, which is the smart move. It's better to take 12 and a half, or was it 13 and a half or 12 and a half? I forget. Than take an extra 2 or 3 million that you don't really need to take, because that money can go to signing some help for you. We saw it here in Tampa with Bishop. Exactly. Case in point. When Bishop was hot, you know, he could have gotten the huge deal. Oh, look at Marchand. Nice opportunity. Vasilevsky with a good save. Boston's buzzing right now. Marchand can't get in the front of the net. 11:33 left. Tampa up 3-1. Marchand around to Krug at the point. He sends it back behind the net. Pasternak at the half boards. Wings it towards the front. Tyler Johnson clears it out after it hit off the Tampa player. Boston back in the zone. Here's Bergeron in front. Ooh. Bergeron is our hat-trick challenge player. Ooh, Kucherov can't bury a breakaway. $100 hat-trick challenge. We'll give away $100 if Bergeron scores a hat-trick or Stamkos. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this on Facebook or YouTube. You got to do that before the hat trick is completed. Ten and a half left. Boston finally getting some possession time. Char from the point. It gets blocked. That looked painful for McDonough, who did get back up. Corrali behind the net. Comes around. Shot. Oh, Vasquez, he has it. Whew, nice play by Corrali. Been nice if Kucherov could have buried that. Did you get to meet him? Aaron, did I get to meet who? I forget who we were talking about. Long contracts almost never work for any sport. Example, Giancarlo Stanton, 13 years, 375, gets traded 2 years into the contract and still sucks. Yeah, I was surprised that Giancarlo Stanton got traded. I really was. The Rat almost scored. Come on, Cooch. I think contracts should be max 4 years, but if the team that drafted them, maybe 5 to 6 for that team. Well, Joe, they did a good job with the CBA this time around to max contracts out at 7 years now, 8 if you're re-signing with your own team. I think that was a great move, similar to what the NBA does with this with their flexible cap that you can pay your own guys more. Totally get it. I think this is much better than seeing the 12 and 15-year deals that we were seeing to circumvent the cap.
I'm Captain Obvious, and Hotels.com rewards me big
Stamkos or Tavares. As an Islander fan, Stamkos.
to this B&B.
No doubt about it.
This mountain resort. Or treat
Rick. Oh, did I ever get to meet Rick? Yeah. Yes, yeah. Rick was there when I worked for the team. In fact, I think I was there the year that he hurt himself, too. NFL or XFL? NFL. Although the XFL did really contribute to the NFL in big ways. You wouldn't have a camera on the field in the NFL right now if it wasn't for the XFL. Should the Avalanche sign Tavares? Anybody who can should sign Tavares. He hate me. What's he like? Rick? Rick was a cocky kid. Yeah, he was a cocky young kid. Nice, but cocky. Fun guy to have in the locker room. Like to joke around. Bobby Orr and Pedro Martinez still waving the flags, hoping to get Boston going. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Look at this. They got Pedro's numbers in red in the Boston Red Sox red on his Boston jersey, on his Bruins jersey. That's pretty cool. I don't know who did that, but that was a nice move. Yeah, Rick was he was a good dude, but he was cocky, as he should be. He was a first-round draft pick. He was trying to walk the walk, but he was nice. Ooh, Rick Nash with a hell of a pass. But the Brus couldn't bury it on Vasilevsky. 3-1, 9:52 left. Nash is playing a lot of time. He's slowing down a little bit, though. Ooh, favorite number. Yeah, throw your hockey number in this. What numbers did you guys wear? I'd like to see that. 23. Jacob, welcome in. Tampa's up 3-1, 9:28 left in the game. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We're giving away $100 tonight in the $100 hat trick challenge. 22, 13 for Steve, 22 for Expert Pro. Eddie's 23, Connor 16, Steven 55. Muscle Matters 77. That used to be one of my old numbers back in the day. 14 for Ron Sutter for Joe. 27, then 94 for Daniel. I don't really like a lot of 90s numbers. 15 for Steven. 96, the year I was born. Eddie writes 16. 8 for Von Hook. 4 for Ian. 19 for Jacob. I used to wear 77 when I was super young, but then when I got to high school, my coach pulled a Lou Lamoriello and would only let us wear numbers from 1 to 25. So I took, can anybody guess what number I wound up taking? If I had to choose between 1 and 25, if I couldn't take 77? Expert Pro got it. Expert Pro nailed it. That was the number I took. Expert Pro got it. 17. It was the closest looking to 77. Yep. Actually, I took 8 first because I thought that was the only one available, and I was heartbroken. I almost cried because I hated the number 8. It's just a terrible number. I got sick the day they picked the jersey number, so I wasn't even there. So I got stuck with whatever was left, and I was devastated because I wanted to take just 7. I would have just settled for just 1 7. But then when I realized that 17 was available and nobody picked that, I was thrilled. Thrilled. Expert Pro, I owe you a beer for getting that right if I ever run into you. You just tell me. I'm Expert Pro. Free beer on the house. 7-13, 3-1. Boston definitely spending more time in Tampa's zone late here. They're definitely making a push. A couple of good opportunities. They're definitely making a push. I would never wear 13. That would be too... there are some numbers that I just can't. 13, 8, any 3 kind of bothers me. Although I did wear 37 once at a floor hockey league, but I wasn't in that for too long. You're disgusting. 13 is a great number. It's a good number. I can't. I don't know. There's certain numbers. All the 86s. Some of these things bother me. 93. I don't know. I think I'm only okay with 97 because Ronick got me conditioned to it. You know, to seeing it. I was in the last live when it was Boston and the Leafs, and you said Boston has a chance and could win. Did your outlook change at all? No, I still think Boston can win the Cup. I still stand true. I know this is not a popular sentiment. It's not great broadcasting by any means, but I still think all 8 of these teams could win the Stanley Cup this year. They just can. They just can. Even if Boston goes down 2-1 in the series, I would not be worried whatsoever if I was Boston Bruins fans. They didn't have a great game this game so far, but they're pushing here. I wouldn't be surprised if they put one in at least. And there's, Rask was a little off in the first period. That doesn't mean that you're out of the playoffs whatsoever. Thoughts on Stars hiring Jim Montgomery? Jim did a good job in Denver. Certainly one of the top candidates for a coaching position. Interviewed twice with Florida. I believe he turned Florida down. I've heard both that they decided on Bob Bugner or he actually turned him down. I've heard both, but I think he might have turned them down. And then he interviewed with Los Angeles too. So he has been in contention. I don't really see anything wrong with him. I always like bringing in some fresh new blood into the league. Whether it's a GM or a coach, I think that's a good move. So I think Jim will do okay with Dallas. He'll certainly have 3 years to figure it out. 13 looked good on Sundin. The Lightning look hungry. We haven't won a game in Boston in forever. I know it's not over yet, but it's looking good. Jets are on fire. Won't be surprising if they take Vegas to 7 games next round. Yeah, that Western Conference Final is going to be good no matter what. I think Vegas will get there, whether it's the Jets or Nashville, which Nashville needs to come out and have an amazing game if they want to get themselves back into the series. Because it's not good to cough up a 3-0 lead and then lose 7-4. Whether it's Nashville or Winnipeg, it is going to be a damn good game. Because you know what? There's a lot of speed on both sides. I think Winnipeg's a little bit faster than Nashville. And Vegas is the fastest of all of them. So that will be a fast friggin' game. I named my daughter Nikita. We have to win the Stanley Cup. That's a beautiful name. 97 on McDavid looks really nice. It works for him. 99 on Gretzky. Vegas is a quick team. No to Nashville. I'm still surprised. I mean, I know that nobody's wearing 99 ever, but I'm surprised by now, and I think it'll come one day when the league will actually have a 99 retirement ceremony for every team. I think it would be cool and very worthy to see Gretzky's 99 hanging in the rafters. Not necessarily in in every team's colors. I mean, it could be. That'd be cool. But in some, just have it up there. I think 99 should be hanging from it. similar to the way that 42 at Jackie Robinson is in every Major League Baseball park and retired. I think that that's what the National Hockey League should do for Gretzky. That number should be up in every single rafter in the league. Bufflin has been stellar to watch. You saw that slap shot goal that he scored? That was a friggin' lightning razor shot. That was unbelievable. And he's hitting and he's picking up guys single handed and peeling them off. It's ridiculous. Danny, just got back from my hockey banquet. What did I miss? Before I answer that question, Danny, tell me what was there to eat at the hockey banquet. We've had a good amount of food talk tonight. I'm starving over here.
iPhone on us. Unlimited is only as good as the network it's on.
Introducing new Post-it Extreme Notes. They stick in tough conditions, so you can get a set and get just about any job done. Water resistant with Durahold paper and adhesive. New Post-it Extreme Notes.
Chicken and pasta, it was quite good. It's not a great description, but it sounds good. I'm still pretty hungry. These Takata beer commercials stink. Do you think Alex is going to be as good as his brother, Willie Nylander? No, I don't. I mean, I heard this whole talk about Dylan Strome being better than Ryan Strome. Right now, none of the Stromes are working out good. I think Willie is the talented guy. I think Alex will have a fine career. I just think Willie's special. Vegas away or home jersey? I like the white jerseys better, man. I like the away jerseys better. Although I do like both jerseys. I didn't really like the red at first. Then it kind of grew on me. Now I think they should drop it next year. Or make it smaller at least. Will Vino get hired by Carolina? I don't know if Elaine Vino would go to Carolina. I'm going to clip you saying Takata beer commercial sucks and send it to them. Here, wait, get ready for this. Takata, your beer sucks and your commercials suck even harder. Who will be the worst team next year? I have a good feeling it'll be Arizona again. Or they'll be close to the bottom again. I just don't see Arizona competing, and I think John Chaika will lose his job next year. Oh, Danny, best point of the night. I meant to say this before, but I kind of got distracted. Will there be alternate jerseys next year? I hope so. I miss seeing them. I am with you, brother. I miss the alt jerseys. I love alternate jerseys. I think it should be a requirement for the league that every team has an alternate jersey. Yes, that includes the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yes, that includes the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, that includes the New Jersey Devils, who technically have never had one. But the fact that the Devils don't have a black jersey is ridiculous. Buffalo's going to be the worst team in the league next year. The only consistency in the NHL. I don't know. Eichel and Leonard, I think Buffalo could rebound a little bit next year. Might not be the worst. They might be close to the bottom still, though. I saw a comment last night on the Western Conference teams being over-dominant compared to the East teams. You think this is true and the East has no chance at a Stanley Cup? I don't think it's as true as it used to be. You know, Anaheim's a little weaker. Edmonton didn't make it. I don't really see a Western dominance that there was 4 years ago. 4 years ago was a lot worse. I feel like the Eastern teams are a little bit faster, whereas the Western teams are a little bit bigger. That's just kind of my feeling right now. Not a lot of big teams in the East. Yeah, we're not going to do the San Jose Vegas game, Connor. That's going to be Vegas Golden Knights coverage. Heading over there, they'll do that there. Got to get some sleep. 3:51 left, 3-1 still. Tampa. White gloves look weird to me. Hey, I had white gloves when I was playing. In fact, I still have white gloves. I busted those out on a show once. I forget what episode that was. Worst franchise ever, Browns or Coyotes? Browns. I agree with Ian. The Leafs do have an alternate jersey at home. That was years ago, though. They bailed on that years and years ago. The one with the blue shoulder pads. I love that. But that logo now is similar to their regular logo now. I would love to see a Leafs jersey. I think something along the lines of like silver. I don't know. It's tough with the Leafs because they only have two colors. And they use both of them now in their home and away. So I don't think they should go with a black jersey per se, but I think like a silvery jersey maybe might work. I don't know. Something grayish. They have the throwback jerseys that they use. They could always go back to an Arenas or St. Pat's jersey, but I don't want a throwback jersey. I want to see an alternate jersey, maybe the TML, that TML logo that intertwines, something like that. I want to see a real alternate jersey. The Leafs Centennial jersey was beautiful. Yes, it was. St. Pat's. Tuca to the bench, 250. Let's see what Boston can do here with 6 skaters. Bergeron to take the face off. Let's see, Nash is out there. Krug, Marchand, Pasternak. Can't see who the other defenseman is for Boston. Here's Marchand on the half boards. He's getting hounded by McDonough. Puck comes to Nash. He can't get it all the way across. Strawman throws it all the way around, and this will go for icing. Pens alternate jersey, light blue again. I'd like to see the Pens in a yellow jersey. I think the Pens in a yellow jersey should be good. Let's see, Krejci over to Krug. Top of the circle shot from the point. No good. Pasternak rims it around. Krejci up at the point. Oh, Pasternak lost the puck. He had a free ride to the front of the net. Nash throws it around back to the point. 149. Boston doesn't look. Oh, here's Nash. Oh, swept it over past Vasilevsky. Wide, and it comes all the way out of the zone. Bergeron throws it back in, but doesn't get it deep. Cirelli in a race, and he was taken down on a breakaway with no goaltender in net. Just going to be a minor penalty.
Let's just see. Krug really has no choice here at all. And if you're Cirelli, excuse me, you gotta wonder how that's not a goal with an empty net.
Yeah, that should have been a goal.
He's got a pretty good view of that right there. He's an excellent skater.
That should have been a goal. Kale, you got that right. Should be a free goal.
Maybe we said March 1st was his first NHL game. They called him up to play in Dallas. Had a goal and assist, and he's never gotten back. Kid that played for
By the way, we did a whole episode. If you go back to past hockey talk shows, we did a whole episode on the Stadium Series jerseys. One episode dedicated entirely to Washington, who had a great one, and one episode dedicated entirely to the Toronto Maple Leafs. The day they came out, we were all over it because that's what we do at the Hockey Talk Show. We talk about the day's hockey news. These live shows from the living room here, these are like bonuses, fun hang things to do during the playoffs. We usually are upstairs in the studio doing live call-ins and comment in shows. So if you love hockey, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications so that you know when we go live and you can take part in the conversation with us. Power play for Tampa. Obviously, Rask back in the net. Minute left. I think that'll be it for Boston. Rask, they pulled him again. They're going to give it a shot, try and even it up 5-on-5. Puck squirts out, Chara at center ice. He'll dump back in. 50 seconds left. Empty net for Boston. They're down 3-1. Hedman up to Miller. Center ice now for Stamkos, and he buries it. Buries it. I'm gonna call in if there's a show tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna do a show tomorrow because we might do a live reaction thing for Pittsburgh and Washington. If we're doing live reaction, I'm not gonna do a show beforehand because then we can just cover it during this stuff. I'm hearing the Flyers third will be a black and orange jersey from the outdoor game, so I have to see. I loved the Flyers outdoor jersey. That was a killer jersey. Jacob, I do not think the Caps have this series, but they're looking pretty good, but it's by no means done. Remember, hit the thumbs up and the share button. Tomorrow we'll probably be back for Pittsburgh and Washington. We'll do the $100 hat trick challenge once again. If you're subscribed to the channel, if you hit the thumbs up, and if you share our video, if one of the players that we pick on each team scores a hat trick, then we'll give away $100. That's the $100 hat trick challenge that we did tonight with Stamkos and Bergeron, neither of whom were able to get the hat trick. 12 seconds left in the game. I like Rask. He's a phenomenal goaltender. He just had a really bad first period. That'll do it. 4-1 for Tampa. They lead the series 2-1 now. Half this arena has emptied out. No hat trick tonight, Brian. Sorry. But tomorrow, when we do Pens Caps, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notifications. Find out when we go live, because when we go live, we talk hockey, man. And we're going to be doing a lot of that coming into the offseason with trades and free agency and the draft. Where is Carlson going to go? What's Tavares going to do? Is Sagan going to get an extension? Is Matthews going to get an extension? We're going to be talking about all that stuff once the Stanley Cup playoffs are over. Right now, a couple of the behind-the-scenes things that we're looking at. We're following, obviously, the front office moves to Carolina. We did a show on that today. I did a whole big show on who the Islanders should bring in to help their front office. We put that show up today. Make sure you guys check that out on our YouTube or our Facebook channels. And, of course, HockeyTalkShow.com has all that information. But, again, you got to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications so you don't miss out when we go live. Who's got next game? Vegas Golden Knights coverage has the next game. He's going to be doing a live stream just like this, reaction type show. And he's super entertaining because Lou is a diehard Vegas fan. As diehard as you can be in the first year. But he was a Coyotes fan who lived in Vegas, who became a Vegas fan. Very good dude. Met him doing the Hockey Talk show. And he's got his channel rolling, and roll over there, Vegas Golden Knights coverage. Puck should be dropping over there in 10 to 15 minutes. Let's see here. Brian wants Malkin for the hat trick challenge tomorrow. You got it, brother. We'll lock in Malkin. You want to go Malkin Ovechkin? I'll do that. Ian agrees. Malkin for the hat trick challenge. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Austin. You must be feeling pretty good. By the way, Austin, I hate to tell you this, but I believe I am your good luck charm because, you know, you're lightning. Keep winning these games, man. Austin says Malkin and Oshie. You want to go Oshie instead of Ovi? I'll do that. I'll do Oshie. Is it after round 2 that teams not in the playoffs can make a trade? No, there is a trade freeze until the Stanley Cup Finals is over.
But the reason that they're in this position and they win this game is
The Palat line was outstanding. He picked up the 2 goals early. Then it was a
Gensel and Kuznetsov. That's a good combination.
The veterans really stepped up and played.
Gensel's been on fire.
A clinic on how to win a game on the road in the playoffs.
I don't know. Think about it. We'll pick it before the game starts tomorrow night at 7 o'clock or 7:30. I think they're a 7 o'clock game.
He put those guys back out there. They killed any momentum the Bruins might have had, and the Tampa Bay just rolled off of them.
yeah, Dan already talked about how quiet that building was, how quiet they got it right at the beginning. And
7 o'clock game tomorrow. Nashville and Winnipeg are 9:30. Von Hook rocked the red tomorrow. Pittsburgh's gonna win, says Aaron. As long as you bring me luck, you get likes. Bye, man. Malkin ain't getting no hat trick. Gensel and Ovechkin hat trick for better odds. I'll go with whatever you guys want to do. I have no problem letting you guys pick. I think that's totally fair. Robert, California. Steven, you're the best. All right, we're going to call it there. Thanks, everybody. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video. And I hope you're subscribed. Regular shows are a ton of fun. These shows are new for us, but they've been great so far. So not sure if we're going to do a regular, typical show tomorrow. We might do an upload during the day if there's some big news like we did today. Watch our video from today if you didn't see it, especially if you're an Islander fan or a Carolina fan. We go in depth on those 2 franchises in their front office. And then make sure you're back here with us tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Pittsburgh and Washington. Should be a lot of fun. Hey, spread the words, guys. Even if you don't want to win the $100 in the hat trick challenge or whatever else, just keep spreading the word. We've been growing organically as all hell here on the Hockey Talk Show. As far as we know, we're the only show like its kind. You can call in, you can comment in live, see the show on Facebook or YouTube, and then we upload all our shows for podcast once they're done. Stitcher, TuneIn, iTunes, or Spotify. You can get our podcast on all 4 of those catchers. So you're good to go. Steven, Vaughn, Aaron, Kale, thanks for everything. Eddie, Daniel, Priscilla, how's it going with the thumbs up and the bells? I love it, Priscilla. All fun, guys. All fun tonight. Thank you so much. Remember to tune on over to Vegas Golden Knights coverage. Vegas Golden Knights coverage. Search that on YouTube. You'll see Lou's channel. He's got the next game between Vegas and the San Jose Sharks. Give me Vegas winning this one 4-2. I got Vegas 4-2 winners there. Muscle Matters. Glad you're subscribed and you're liking. Go Lou, that's right. Steven, appreciate all your comments, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take it easy, everybody. Have a great night.